Hey, first semester review. Before I get to that, I have to do a real quick talk about something else. So I was doing some data entry work for my research job. About 3 to 4 hours of work got erased. Why? Because I used different sheets, tabs, in in Microsoft Excel. But then the file itself, like the file I was working on, was a CSV file, a comma separated value file, right? So the issue with that is that it only takes like the basic data, right? So it doesn't care about all these extra sheets, all that data, all those extra sheets. I even think it can take images. It doesn't care about those stuff. It only cares about like the bare minimum. So then I did that, and then my date, like the extra tabs got erased because I restarted my laptop, and I only saved the tab I was working on at the time. So that was an issue. 3 to 4 hours got lost. To be fair, the hours are kind of padded out because I was watching the Last of Us documentary, which is really good while I was doing my data entry work. But long story short, if you're doing data entry work or anything with Google, Microsoft Excel, just keep that in mind that CSV files cannot work with multiple tabs unless you're using some third-party software. Um, but yeah, back to main stuff. First semester review. Honestly, I got in the video by just saying it was a really good first semester. But I have to just talk more to pad it out. Um, honestly, it was a really good first semester. I think academically, socially, professionally, there was a lot of stuff that got done. Professionally, went to my first I went to my first college career fair. Got to try that. I also got to improve my resume a lot. Do the PCSC, do especially my older brother Chibike. That was really amazing. So have a really good resume. Also got to set up my LinkedIn. LinkedIn was already set up, but I got to actually like hone it. Start posting stuff on my LinkedIn. Start getting some traction. I think I have about 100 plus connections now, which is cool. I'm competing with my friends for how many connections we can get. But LinkedIn is going really well. I'm about to do a post tomorrow about Sutherland's dorm with the number one OCC ranked OCC credit dorm on the campus, which is really, really cool. So can't wait to announce that on LinkedIn. But professionally, I'm doing great. Got a research job, which is crazy. Like I've been saying this a lot, but like it's crazy to me that like in May, June, I was talking about like this research job stuff, and I have the research job with the person who I was aiming to get the research job with. So I'm really grateful to God for how all that works out, and really just grateful. Like I'm gonna go into socially now, because a large reason I got that job was because of a friend I knew, because he was the one who reminded me to apply to it when I was like, oh, because initially I was like, no, I'm probably not going to do a research job first semester, but he was like, no, just apply it, and I was like, yeah, sure. So then, socially, I think it's been going well. Socially, I think I've actually kind of improved. I remember when I first toured the University of Pittsburgh, I made a comment where I was like, even though I'm starting off as a freshman, I'm not really starting off as a freshman, because I was like, it's not those 4 years go to waste. And something I've noticed with myself is anytime I go to a new institution, it kind of feels like I'm starting over socially and everything like that. But it didn't feel like that this time. I felt much more confident in stuff like I do. Like I'm not as nervous or anything like that. And I do think this first semester I kind of went outside my comfort zone social, like not like anything in terms of like partying or anything like that. 'Cause I feel like that's just that. But like when I say outside my comfort zone, I'm like I'll see a table of people talking, I'll go to that table and talk to them. So that was really really nice. But yeah, it's been going well. Socially it went really well. I think I've made some good connections. I'm really hoping to make more. I think this Nesby thing is really starting to branch out now because now with Nesby, a key goal I had in joining Nesby was trying to make those networks of being those right people who could introduce you to different people, show you like different resources, and that's starting to like blossom now, which is really interesting. Um, so I'm really happy socially. I do think for the dorm, like I don't think these are two separate ideas. In terms of like the dorm itself, I do like how the dorm works socially. I do want to try and hone in more on the third place idea, especially working because we finished the Fire TV implementations for all the first floor lounges, but main first floor lounges. But I kind of want to make it more of like I want to see more people just hanging around the building. I think that again brings a lot of joy to me and just makes it more like a third place for like residents. So I still think there's some work to do, but I do think it's going really well. Personally, I don't think I've besides like the people I already talked to, I haven't really been active in talking to other people like that. I still check up on people every now and then, but I think I've been focusing a lot more like doing me, my work, and just like talking to one or two people I usually talk to. Um, but social, I think stuff has been going well. I think I'm going to maintain that trajectory with like a few ups in some areas, like just talking to more people in general, and trying to do some more networking, just making new friends, and just being more casual with people. 'Cause I really do love to like hear what people are up to. It really gives you a lot of ideas, and just interesting to talk to new people and old people as well. Um, well, so I did academic. No, I didn't do academically. Academically, I think academically the classes were definitely easier, right? I feel like academically the, the only classes I could say were like that actually did feel like harder was calculus. Everything else felt really easy, in my opinion. I do think my lackadaisical. Some people say like I prefer lackadaisical because that's what I've been hearing since I've been growing up. But I do feel um, the my lackadaisical nature did show sometimes in like how the approach homework, but like the actual work itself was never that hard. Like I also do feel like with I'm forgetting how to say it, Professor Whitpiff, um English seminar and composition class. That was a really fun class. I got to do research papers in that class. Just writing general, I do think my writing has improved. I also now do storyboard or brainstorm with whiteboards for my writing, which is really a really fun process. Uh, but yeah, academically, I do think it went well. But I do think for the next semester, I think I really have to hone in on that discipline and systems. And just making sure I get all like those small tasks that usually slip my mind, like some homework assignments, because that's where it usually gets me. Like it's never the actual projects or exams. It's usually like those small stuff like homework that accumulate over time. But academically was pretty nice. I do think for calculus, I don't think I at the beginning of the semester, I do think I was much more the way I was approaching calculus was really the way I was approaching calculus was that I was like I was studying the material before the class itself, so then I kind of had a step ahead, so I wasn't getting confused on the small stuff, which allowed me to kind of see the bigger picture, which was really nice. And I was keeping more in line with like the actual recitations and practice. However, I think I kind of fell off. Um, so that's something, especially with the classes getting harder with like discrete math and other classes in that nature, like data structures and algorithms. I have to kind of bring back that energy of the start of the semester and just keep it consistent throughout. Um, but academically, I do think it went well. Leadership wise, I think was actually really amazing. I think the way I know it's amazing is that sometimes I've done this video a couple of times, and every time I face the video, I remember a leadership position I forgot to mention the video, which makes me not want to list them. But I do think it's important to acknowledge them. So with Sutherland became the president there, with Ness became freshman representative of the admin zone, on the DI committee, which is for the steering government board, which is amazing. On the leadership committee for planning this new leadership conference, also got the sixth waitlist position, or got the sixth position, which is a waitlist position for the ACC Symposium Conference. What else is there? There's definitely a TEDx committee. Um, there's always something else I'm forgetting. And it's not because I don't care about this stuff. It's just that sometimes, like when I do these stuff, I always forget to do with a script. Not forget, I just don't like doing a script. But I don't do them with a script, so something else slips my mind. But honestly, it's been really nice to see myself take that initiative, not be as nervous. I know 4 years ago or 5 years ago, I would have been much more. I would have had those ambitions, but I would be more nervous and maybe have been like think like, oh, let me do this more long term wise. But I kind of said, I know I'm capable of these stuff. I know I have these ambitions. I know I have these goals. So I'm gonna put my foot in the door. I'm gonna put my other foot in the door. I'm gonna put my whole body in the door. I'm just gonna keep on doing it because really it's something I want to do. It's something I know I can do. And if I can do it, then I'm going to do it. Um, and I'm just less worried, I guess. Even when I'm worried, I'm just more like the fear I have is masked by the ambition I have. I think that's the best way to put it. So leadership wise, it's gone really amazing. But overall, first semester is just, as I said in the beginning, it's just been amazing. I really can't wait to see what the next semester holds. I think I think it's been amazing first semester, but now I feel like I understand the way the campus works, and I know what resources to go to. I know what stuff I want to try out, like the open lab. Open lab is a makerspace, so I got to like make a bunch of cool stuff for different projects I was working on different sectors, and stuff like that. Those resources I actually now know where they are. I know how to use them. I know the tricks to them, stuff like that. So now the next semester, I kind of want to take full advantage of all of that and try and accelerate to the next level. And one thing I forgot to talk about is programming. I'm gonna keep this quick. Program, I do think I've gotten better, especially in debugging. I still want to program more consistently, but I do think I'm a much better programmer than I was a couple months ago. So now what's next for me is really just accelerating everything else, or not everything else, in everything I'm doing now. Um, I think in this project I've talked about different metaphors, and I think a metaphor and or allegory I've used a lot is like climbing up a mountain. I feel like now with this first semester wrapping up, I've I'm going to switch the metaphor. Okay, this is a metaphor I think only a couple people are going to understand, but that's okay for me. Think of a character Monkey D. Luffy in the hit series One Piece. So something that a lot of One Piece fans have noticed is that before he gets to a new gear, a new transformation, he often masters that level. Like he often becomes comfortable performing at that level he is at now. Like so if it's gear two, he'll become comfortable performing at gear two before he goes on to gear three. With that's kind of an exception, but he'll become comfortable performing at gear four before he gets to gear five, right? Stuff like that. I think I'm becoming more comfortable performing at this level. Like the peaks of what I've seen out of high school, right, are becoming more average for me. And that's why I'm ready to start going to that next level to where I can push my peaks even higher. And I think that's what I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what those new peaks are, how I can get there, what they look like. Just just in general, I'm excited to go to the next level. So that's pretty much it. I have nothing else to say. Please be careful when you're working with CSV files for to me in the future and anyone else who's watching this video. But yeah, besides that, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day.